So as you can tell from my like jerseys up here, I'm not a Heat or Celtics fan, but shout out to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hello, Adam Ryan Donato.
Hello, welcome back to another hard review, and I'm here to talk about a basketball movie called White Men Can't Jump. Now, this is a remake of the 1992 movie starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, which I went back and watched for the first time right before watching this new remake with Jack Harlow and some other guy who was in other movies, I guess. I really enjoyed the original. I never saw it. I never knew what it was. I knew it was a basketball movie of sorts, and I knew it had to deal with race, but I didn't know it was about hustling. It's a movie I really related to a lot because I played a lot of street basketball in my life, and it was something that I feel like I was able to easily identify with. I didn't experience extreme racism. Yeah, people probably assumed that I was probably not as good at basketball because of the color of my skin, but like that didn't have a huge negative impact in my life. But a lot of the racial discussions that are had in the movie are racial discussions that I've either experienced or had myself or seen other people have. I felt like they were decently poignant for the type of people that are having these covers, because it's not like, you know, dignitaries and intellectuals. It's hustlers going out there trying to steal people's money and whatnot. But Wesley Snipes is one that I've loved him every time I've seen him in everything. I love Blade. Woody Harrelson plays Woody Harrelson, and he does a fine job at that. My standout actually here is Rosie Perez, who plays the significant other of Woody Harrelson's character. She really wants to be on Jeopardy. That's a really weird side quest that we go on during the movie, because he tries to win her back, so he like gets her on Jeopardy, and she's still mad at him, but she wins. But one thing I really loved about the original is the balls that it had. Like, that ending felt real. Like, it was satisfying for how unsatisfying it was. You know, it didn't take the easy way out. It didn't just, you know, try to be like tie everything up in a nice little bow and have everything work out for everyone. No, some of these characters are not redeemable characters. They pay the price for that, and it feels very realistic, and it feels like it has a point. But it's not a super downer of a movie, even though there are negative things that happen at the end. I feel like we're seeing an actual snapshot of real life human beings who are going through periods of life where they're struggling. And yeah, they learn and grow and change, but not fully, just like real people. I really enjoyed. I'm at a 4 out of 5 for the original movie. The new one, I did not care for at all. I'm giving the new one a 2 out of 5. I love how this whole review, I just talked about the original, and I didn't give a shit about the new one. Because honestly, it kind of just read like an ego trip for Jack Harlow. Like, this movie didn't need to be remade whatsoever. And honestly, it could have, because I feel like racism is a very prevalent topic of discussion, especially politically these days. So for this movie to say as little as possible was really funny because it was the most standard conversations. Nothing new was really brought to the table whatsoever. I just didn't really care about that aspect of the movie at all. The more updated stuff that I could tell comes from this movie. We're playing some street ball here, sure, but like a lot of this movie takes place in like gyms, indoor basketball courts and whatnot, and it's like I played in places like that, especially like in leagues, and like I went to the gym and played basketball at the courts, but like I feel like that's a lot less accessible of a thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe I'm just not at the gym enough these days, but like isn't the whole point that these guys are like really poor? So why are we going to the gym? We have gym memberships. We're working out in this like pristine basketball court, you know, whereas in the original most of the time we're just outside playing street ball, which most people, if you are not play basketball, you're way more likely to have at one point been on a court that was outdoor instead of an indoor one. I feel, I don't know, this is just a little nitpick, but that's one thing that I was like, eh. Also, I brought up how Rosie Perez was in a really big element of the first movie. So we have the girl from Spider-Man Homecoming here who plays the significant other, Jack Harlow, and she's got her whole thing going on as well. It's way less in focus than it was in the original, and has nothing to do with the Jeopardy thing, which fine, that was kind of like an out of left field kind of thing. They end up together at the end, who cares? You know, there's no balls or whatever. They didn't have balls to say anything real about racism, and they have the balls to end the movie in a satisfyingly unsatisfied way. I just feel like this was just made so, hey, Jack Harlow's hot right now, let's give him a chance to be funny, and he's gonna have a hot girlfriend, and he's gonna play some basketball, we're gonna have some his music in the movie. You could see his face, and he might be in more movies. I hope not. He was whatever. He's like this like wannabe trainer dude who like missed his shot at the NBA because he like hurt his leg. He's like all into these like health supplements and drinks and foods and whatever, and he's trying to help his buddy out. Walls plays the Wesley Snipes character. One thing I noticed especially about him is they took inspiration from LeVar Ball. I think it's very clear. I mean, like just from the first scene of the movie, an overprotective basketball dad who loves to talk to the media and is extremely confident in his son's abilities, but loves the center stage focus. Like, everyone look at me. My son's here. My son's over here. He's doing his thing. He's quiet. But I'm sitting here. I'm talking the talk, and I'm messing with my son's head unknowingly, I guess. That element of the movie, they don't really do much with that. There's like a violence thing that's addressed, because the reason why Wall's character Frazier did not make the NBA is because he fought a fan who was like, "You daddy's boy." And then Jack Harlow's character, like his whole thing is he likes to talk shit, but he never like loses his cool. He just is constantly cool, but he's like making fun of everyone. He wants everyone to get all riled up. You know, they contrast in this way. They help each other by the end. I don't know. It's fine. I could see someone enjoying this movie, and that's whatever. But I just was way more impressed with the original. And you can't even say I'm biased because I just watched the original for the first time. I was just doing it as homework because I was like, yeah, I want to be informed about the movie I got to write about because I wrote an article about this for Disappointment Media. But yeah, just completely unnecessary in every way. Classic Disney way to just, you know, take a property and just be like, all right, well, we have ulterior motives. You know, we're not here solely to make a good movie. We're here to like inflate the ego and, you know, public exposure for this artist, Jack Harlow. Whatever, man. It's fine. Maybe I'm mean to it with a 2-star, but there was nothing that was made me be like, yeah, I enjoyed this and I feel like this is justified in existing. So whatever. Do you like this movie? Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And what's your favorite basketball movie? Mine's probably Space Jam.